Good evening, and welcome back to the Shadows of Drakkenheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live stream campaign. My name is Monty Martin, running our game tonight as Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Wilhelm von Kessel, the human swashbuckler rogue. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Denitis playing Rudy Whitaker, the Shifter Eldritch Knight.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Wrath, the Aasimar Warlock.
Thank you for joining us once again. If you are just tuning in for the very first time, welcome. We are the Dungeon Dudes, and Kelly and I post new videos every other Tuesday and every Thursday on our YouTube channel, where we cover everything D&D, including advice for players and guides for Dungeon Masters. So check us out at youtube.com/dungeondudes.
You can also join us on Tuesday nights when we record the campaign live on Twitch. You can check us out from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also check us out as a podcast, which is available on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Spotify.
And I believe with that, let us return to the shadows.
Drakkenheim is no more. For 15 years, we foolishly believed the madness and mayhem of that crumbling city was confined to the ruins. We were wrong. Insidious horrors have crept out of the shadow of Drakkenheim into a world unprepared for such nightmares. Tales of strange magic, swirling haze, and unspeakable terrors echo through the villages and towns surrounding that accursed place. Now, the Dusk Wardens, a new band of heroes, are tasked with driving out the seeping tendrils of the spreading darkness before it takes root.
Welcome back to the Shadows of Drakkenheim. When last we left our heroes, they were in the midst of a long quest to win the allegiance of one Rickard Steelfang, a werewolf loup-garou that they hope to use as an ally against their enemy, the Countess. In their effort to win the Steelfangs over, they are seeking a cure to the curse of lycanthropy that afflicts the leader of the mercenary band, and they have voyaged to the barrows of Maliki, seeking out the assistance of a group of druids who oppose Cromac, the Lord of the Werewolves. Having discovered the barrows, though in a state of disarray, for the druids, in an effort to find an old unicorn friend of theirs whisked away to dimensions unknown by interloping wild magic. I wonder who that was responsible for that. Our heroes are now making their way through the maddened barrows to try to make contact again with the druids and find out what has happened to them. You have recently purged the dark spirits that were inhabiting the guardian roots of the barrows. And as you step away from the great root that is in this subterranean chamber, you notice that the thorns and vines that were stretching through the complex, that were actually barring the entrances that you had to force your way through, they are receding and pulling away. And so those barriers and the pollen and spores that they were emitting have kind of become docile now.
Oh, wow. I mean, we did do some extreme gardening here, I guess.
You were right to follow the path of least resistance.
We valiantly fought against this tree spirit and seems to have calmed the grove down, so to speak, and I gracefully fought.
Yeah, are you okay? You fell really far.
Face first.
Yeah, and then the thorns, you have a lot of lacerations. And I know about lacerations.
Is this my own blood? Or is this somebody... Was there anything else bleeding in there?
No, just
Oh,
It's probably you.
okay. Then in that case, I might need...
take a minute. Clean yourself up.
Wilhelm is going to pop open one of his greater healing potions and chug that down.
Fantastic. There is a low creaking and a calmness and kind of the sound of a few creaking and chittering insects in the chamber as whatever magic the great root controls comes back into its normal temperance. As for the rest of this great chamber, there does appear to be an altar that the druids have raised up here that describes in several druidic etchings the rituals that they would perform to honor the plants here. And in it and amongst them there are things like sprigs of mistletoe, several other alchemical reagents and rare herbs that might be used in various druidic spells. And several flasks of purified water and a few bits of antitoxin as well, like the types of things that druids might be using in their rituals and practices.
Wrath, you have the list for the ritual for the guru thing. Anything in these bottles that might help us?
Yeah, I'm gonna scan all these reagents and see if I can make some matches.
Specifically, I believe we're looking for star-touched water or something, water that's been kissed by starlight. I don't know.
Sparkling star water.
That's it.
Yep.
Silver filings. I think we have those.
Silver
Yeah.
filings.
Yeah.
Wolfsbane.
There, in amongst the various vials, there is a glass bottle. And it looks like it is filled with, at first, perhaps wine, but it is black, the fluid inside. And there are bubbles bubbling up within it.
And that's when it's closed.
Yes.
You can tell it's bubbling.
Yes.
Do we waft? That's like the scientific method, I believe. You waft. So
you really want to put that liquid in your face?
No, you waft so that you don't inhale directly. You get a sense. Do you know what this is?
No, and if it was some kind of creature that was contained in the bottle, when it becomes a gas and gets inhaled into your lungs and expands, it will kill you.
Listen, I'm glad that you're here because my science knowledge is next to none, and I just heard wafting is the appropriate way to go.
Mine is probably none plus a little bit more than yours, and we shouldn't touch bubbling things.
Is it labeled?
No.
I mean, stick it in your bag of holding. You never know. We can throw an experiment.
I wonder if I threw this at something. What would happen?
We're just going to take vials of black bubbling liquid
If we
without
have
knowing
time,
what it
if
is?
we have
I thought
to-
is there tests we can do? Is there?
I'm sure there's plenty of creatures around here we could try it on.
If I have time.
The fluid held up to the light is somewhat translucent, and it has the consistency of water. So it isn't like an inky kind of sludge.
You wouldn't say that it's coalescing.
No, it's flowing.
Could I
Quite fluid.
cast identify on it and understand through the bottle what it could be?
Yeah, if you want,
Take the time for it.
Take the time for the ritual.
Bruce. And I place the bottle in the middle of a small circle.
Bruce says, "I must sniff the fluid."
See, wafting, Wilhelm, you waft it if you're gonna understand it.
The cat does that thing. You know when the cat like tries to drink drink a glass and puts its paw on, and the cat licks it and then looks at you.
He almost knocks it over too, and I have to like steady it back up
Oh,
because
this
he
is
just
a
wants
great
to.
idea. Yes, your cats are scientists now. What's a scientist?
Bruce, at the culmination of the ritual, Bruce replies, "This is most certainly sparkling star water."
Wait, I didn't hear that. What is it?
Thank you, Bruce. It is what we look for. It is what we seek.
Sparkling star water. But it's not sparkling! Are you sure about this? I say that to Bruce.
You question Bruce? His all-knowing, all-seeing?
Yes, I do. Because anyone can see that this is not sparkling.
Is your cat going to be... It just drank some of this stuff, and we just talked about how dangerous it could be.
Looking at it, Rudy, when the vial is opened, it opens with a hiss, and it begins to bubble more aggressively once it's been opened. And the way that the bubbles flow up it and pop as they reach the surface of the water, it actually does look like a sparkling starfield.
This does seem very sparkly. I agree. Yes, sorry, Bruce.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this the only vial of this set that we have here?
Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, I'm gonna search for anything else. Anything else that's looks like it's on our list of to get.
There are several spell scrolls that are in this chamber. There is a spell scroll of plant growth, a spell scroll of transmute rock, a spell scroll of entangle, and a spell scroll of fairy fire.
Ooh. You got all that?
Tangle, fairy fire, transmute, rock, plant growth.
Yes.
Stuff them in the bag.
So that you do know, sparkling star water, it is magical, and if consumed, it does grant the benefits of the haste spell for 1 minute.
Don't drink it. We need it.
This is integral to the ritual.
I mean, yes, but how much do we need for the ritual?
I'm going.
I will keep it.
I think one cup. It says 1 cup of sparkling star water. Just measure it out. Make sure there's at least 1 cup, and we can.
Maybe we'll have a cup and a half, just in case we spill any, or...
I say we keep the stopper in, and are you sure you're okay carrying it?
Yes. Transmute rock, plant, fairy fire, plant growth, and what was the last one?
Transmute rock, fairy fire, plant growth, and entangle.
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 And then the sparkling star. Is there a lot? Is it a big bottle? Like a bottle of wine?
It's a cup.
Okay. So it's barely, like it's enough.
Wait a second.
I had to check.
Didn't Bruce drink some of it? Do we
Yeah,
still have
now
a cup?
it's like 1 milliliter less than a cup. Sorry, guys.
Wow,
He gave it a leg. We'll just top it up with some other water. We won't tell anyone.
Sounds like you've
Why?
done this before with some potions.
Yes, and that's why I'm not allowed to do potions work anymore. Delirium's so forgiving. You can really mess things up and you still get pretty good results. That's why I like Delirium.
I'm sorry, delirium is forgiving?
Yeah.
Have we been dealing with the same thing?
Yes.
We've been dealing with the same delirium.
Maybe in controlled environments, but
I'm just saying that when you're measuring delirium, you can be a little off and things kind of work out. It's not like baking. Baking's hard. Delirium, easy. Anyways. We must press on.
We have to find the druids. They're asleep somewhere in here. And with the roots receding, our passage through that other rooted door that threatened to choke you, maybe a little easier.
Which door? They all tried
Well, that was the
threaten to choke me.
entrance door.
The one that we hadn't gone through yet that looked like it equally wanted to choke you.
What about the amulet that we found on the person.
Mm-hmm. With the amulet itself, it is a magical amulet. You would need to identify it to find out its full magical function, but it does bear the crescent symbol of the druid who once bore it, intermingled with the symbol of Meliki. And so this was Signy's personal amulet and sort of a druidic focus. The item itself, if you wish to wear it or use it, or cast Identify on it as well, test the extra time, I can tell you what it does.
Do you wish to know its secrets?
I don't
Or
know.
do we plan on returning it to its owner?
Rule number 65, the dead have no need of trinkets, so it's finders keepers in a way.
But it is the symbol of Meliki. Should either of us be wearing it, Wrath?
I mean, perhaps it would protect him against his curse.
We should figure out what it does, and it may have some tie-in. This druid was potentially the lifeline of the other druids as they ventured off into the plains unknown.
With this druid having succumbed to their fate and us obtaining this trinket, if the other druids want it for some reason, at least this might, be a token, an offering that we could give them to show that we come in peace, or hopefully not that we murdered their friend, but that we saved their friend's soul and are here with a token.
I agree.
Would be ideal.
Who's gonna wear it?
Well, if we can spend the time, I'll cast Identify on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink another potion.
Bruce!
The amulet, when worn, it actually functions as a Periapt of proof against poison.
Oh.
And so whoever wears it, when you wear it, poison has no effect on you. You are immune to the poison condition and have immunity to poison damage.
Who needs to be immune to poison?
I mean, I think any of us could benefit from that.
Does it require attunement?
It does not.
Well, who do we...
This is an old game.
I say Wilhelm may be the fastest, but he may be a bit the squishiest, so maybe give it to him. Squish. Puts it on his neck.
Thank you. I are you sure?
Yes, if anyone thinks that you killed the druid, they'll be the first. That way we don't have to deal with it.
Now, before we go wandering off, are we gonna rest any after that battle?
I mean, I just I drank a bunch of potions and I'm feeling much better, but
How are you, Wrath?
I could always go for a cat nap.
Yeah. Can we tiny hut again?
We may.
All right.
All right, so you conjure up your protective barrier once more and rest for another hour.
And I maybe we inspect the amulet a little bit while we're in there. Look at things.
All right. Given as you conjure up your sphere to take your rest, the form of Nula emerges out of one of the roots to speak with you. They speak, saying, I felt something change down here. You've pushed the spirits of the guardian root. You've freed it. I can wander down here once more.
Well, yeah, there was someone attached to your friend, and we chased him off. So hopefully that helps ease this place a little bit more.
I feel that there is still something deeply wrong. Something is seeping in to this world through the dreams of the druids. I could try to go into the Chamber of Dreams, but I dare not, lest it affect me as well.
I mean, we said we'd take this all the way and we'd help the druids, so, I mean, we'll go in there, we'll
We can
volunteer
go.
ourselves and get in. We'll do our best. Any help you can provide along the way is great, but at least until we get there.
The spirit of the moon tree, Nula, says, "Are you wounded?"
Well, not anymore.
We were wounded, we've healed up a little bit, but
We drove off the spirit. It took its toll on my friend here.
I just drank so many potions, and I wish I hadn't if you were offering healing.
Oh. That's unfortunate, because I was.
I looked down at like the 2 empty greater healing potions. Yes, managing resources.
Is there a to-go container that you can
In
provide?
that case, Nula sighs, but she says, "I can offer you, the nectar of the moon fruits. I have little to spare, but you pass me your vials." And there's kind of like these tendrilless the roots appear, and several of these strange moon fruits grow out from them, and the vines wrap around them and squeeze the juice out of the fruit juice out into the vials. So you drank 2 potions of greater healing. Well, she fills them up.
Smells like berries to me.
Oh, wow.
very good. All right, well, at least we have some of that healing to go, and
Thank you.
we need it. Appreciate it very much.
How do we enter this dream world?
Once we know the druids their bodies are safe, and the Chamber of Dreams is secure from any threats, I can help you enter the dreams with them. Whatever the spell that they used to enter into the Nevermores, into Tir Nanog, through the Dreamlands, and into the Shadowlands of Nod, its magic is powerful, and with the right connection, you may be able to access that magic as well. You will remain here in body, but your spirit will enter the worlds beyond the mortal realms. In those places, the spirit and the body are as one, so be warned. It is still dangerous to travel there.
Well, any world I've seen so far is dangerous. I think together we could make it through and help your druid friends, but we'll be on our guard for sure.
We literally just got attacked by every plant in this place. I'm sure that danger is something we're growing very accustomed to at this point.
We'll be fine. We'll rid this evil spirit, find the druids' bodies, make sure they're safe, enter the dream world, bring back Charlie, and stop the curse.
Thank you.
And we have how many days?
Well, it's only been a few hours at this point.
Yeah, I think it's still 4 days.
I can
Right.
feel the weight of it. My leg. It hurts. It
Here,
hums.
have some jerky. I think some rations of jerky. I mean, the meat helps, trust.
He kind of wolfs it down.
That's good jerky.
Right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's nice. Good texture.
Very meaty.
Duck jerky.
Duck jerky. Ooh.
As your rest draws to a close, what will you do?
I suppose there was that passage that we didn't take. The vined passage that we decided, oh, we'll save that for the end because it looks dangerous.
Well, now we can get past it.
Now we can just carry on, and that was the way that was blocked by the spirits here, which, if I were to make assumptions, is our most likely path to the sleeping druids.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay. Let's head there.
So we head back to the room.
Certainly enough, as you head to the central barrow, the vines that choked the passages leading to the entrance, but also deeper into the barrows, have faded away, opening up a winding passage through which you can hear the sound of rushing water.
If I can. Rushing water. And we didn't hear that before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, boys, I'll take the lead, keep an eye out if there's trouble.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I head through.
Right behind you.
With Rudy taking the way, the passage weaves back and forth and then widens, opening into a large, wet cavern. Humid air fills the chamber, along with the sound of rushing water. The smallest crack of light from an opening against the cliff face allows light to refract and reverberate in through this chamber, casting a starry twilight, like filling the cavern almost with like the sense of starry twilight. There is a large underground river here that bisects the cavern, with a arching rock formation stretching across it to a set of cliffs. On the other side of the top of the cliffs, across the arched rocky bridge, is a set of vine-encrusted doors. Several great stalactites and stalagmites come from the floors and ceilings respectively, but several also great standing stones have been raised on either side of the water here, etched with druidic runes and markings, one representing the earth, the other fire, the other water, and the other air in the chamber. What will you do?
I'm gonna send Houdini forward, just up the bridge to land on it. Pecks the ground a little bit just to make sure it's sturdy enough to get across.
Mm-hmm.
Does everything seem okay as he does so?
As Houdini flies into the chamber, the owl looks about the room and flies into a panic. And Houdini stops for a moment, and like, you know that sense that when birds sense something, they freak out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens to Houdini, and he begins screeching and flutters back to the central chamber.
Houdini! Boys, I think we must be expecting something. Houdini obviously did not have a good time with that.
Rule number 24, if you think it's a trap, it probably is. I think it's a trap.
Can I
Probably is.
call him back?
Do you snap your
Yeah,
fingers?
snap my fingers and be like, at least get in the hood, and I hold my hood open. You can fly in.
Houdini flies out of your hood and back into the other room.
Oh, no.
Screeching and
Houdini.
flying around in circles looking for a place to hide.
Oh. Cowardly bird.
Well, obviously your bird was freaked out. Wrath, what's in there?
Trap.
Rule number 33 is sometimes the best way to get past a trap is to spring it.
Do you have the... Are you gonna do it?
You're the magic one. I figured that we were dealing with something magical.
But you're not the one that climbs. You're the one that dodges and stuff.
Yeah, but you're the one who deals with magic.
You're the flips and things.
Does this call for flips?
I think so.
I mean, the bird was flipping out.
Yeah, there you go. Wilhelm, we need you to find out what caused Houdini to mess around like that.
Very well.
I mean, we could just go.
No. Confidence is key. Wilhelm approaches the bridge very cautiously, but trying not to look like he's nervous. And as he steps up it, he gets like just to that second step and he stops. I would like to cross this bridge now, spirits.
You see that there is a soft, dark green moss that is actually growing slimily on all the rocks across the bridge. It's almost slick with how wet it is. As you enter into the chamber, you feel something reach into your mind, and you hear a cacophony of whispering voices say in your mind, this is sleepers. Are you a dreamer, or are you a dream?
Great question. I question this myself from time to time. I believe myself to be a dreamer who sometimes gets lost in dreams. Who am I speaking to?
The response comes and says, such lowly, we are such stuff as dreams. And then another awful voice underneath as the word dreams is uttered. Nightmares are made on. And a childlike voice says, and our little life is rounded with sleep.
Are we, me and my friends, permitted access to the chambers beyond?
Various responses in your mind of, That is the question.
We wish ourselves to dream with the druids.
You will not wake them. No. No. And another, no. Do not wake the sleepers.
Why?
And then another response comes in your mind. To sleep. To sleep. To die! To sleep. And then a final voice asks, in that sleep of death, what dreams may come?
Do we hear this?
No.
Wilhelm, you look a bit confused. What's going on? You're just standing there.
I think I understand why Houdini didn't want to be in this room. Spirits of the dream world, if you would allow us to enter the dreams beyond, it would be most appreciated, but I must understand clearer why you hold on to the dreams of the druids. They entered seeking to help a friend. Are you holding them there?
A voice only responds, tell us a dream.
You'd like to know about my dreams?
Yes. Tell me your dream. And another says, no, tell me your nightmare. Whisper it to the stone. To the stone. Whisper it. Offer it. Offer the stone.
Oh. Any stone? Do I?
You see a flitter of movement by the stone across the bridge.
This one?
Oh, the standing stone.
Oh. Okay.
What are you doing, Wilhelm?
I'm going to cross the bridge to whisper my dreams to a stone.
Bring your friends.
You two are welcome to come too. We're all invited.
We're gonna tell our dreams to stone.
Seemingly, be on your guard. There's a confusion of voices in my head right now. Some of them seem welcoming, others not so much. They wish to hear about our dreams. They asked us to whisper them to the stone across the bridge. That's what I've gathered.
Okay. If it is what is required to
I've told
find
them
the druids.
our wishes. They don't seem directly hostile at the moment.
Did you figure out who they are?
They seem to be, for the best I can tell, spirits of the dream world of some sort. They may be the entities keeping the druids asleep, which could be problematic. But
Take it one step at a time and tell them our dreams, I guess.
very well. I'm going to very carefully start to move out to cross the bridge.
The moss is extraordinarily slippery. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's going to be a 27.
Okay. You manage to keep your footing as you cross.
Do I make it across?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rope and I'm going to tie it around one of like the outward nubs of the stalagmites.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to call over to Rudy and I'm going to be like, I'm going to toss the other end of the rope back. If you tie it to one of the rocks on that end, it can kind of work as a handrail as we cross.
Good idea. I'll
Great.
tie.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I don't know, tie like something to give it some weight onto the other end and toss it across to Rudy.
I move up to the bridge to catch it.
Okay.
I tie it to the large rock to my left
Okay.
and try to cross the bridge.
All right. Rudy, you can give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Ooh.
19.
Okay.
I want to take a look at this water. Is it moving pretty fast?
Yeah.
Like dangerously fast?
The water is moving, but it wouldn't sweep you away.
You know what? I'm going to try to cross the bridge.
Okay.
Holding the handrail.
Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
$20.
As you walk halfway across the bridge, suddenly the rope snaps.
Ah!
My rope!
It gives way from its initial stability. What do you do?
I make a jump for Rudy.
Okay. Give me.
I'll catch you.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Don't you mean acrobatics? 2.
2. Okay. You slip.
Can I aim for the water?
You want to go right for the water?
Yeah.
Okay. You go for the water,
Oh.
and you land with a splash. Wilhelm and Rudy, you can both make perception checks.
15.
14.
The rope didn't break in the middle. It snapped on the side that you tied it on, Rudy. But it's still tied around the it's still tied around, but where the knot comes off and goes across, sheared.
Snapped.
I'm gonna pull the rope back, and does it look like it's snapped or like it was cut? Examining the end of the rope.
Give me an investigation check.
Well, Wrath is.
I'm fine.
That's gonna be 17.
You notice that the rope is wet, but there's also some thick slime on the end of it. It's sticky.
Somebody cut this. Wrath, are you okay?
Can I?
Wrath, you fall in the water, and it's not that shallow. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Oh,
So
it
it's
is
not
shallow?
a swim?
It's
It's less of a swim and more of
he
a...
fell. Oh, okay, it's as deep as the shallow end of a pool, and he just did the equivalent of falling off a diving board into the shallow end.
Yeah.
Can I have hit on the edge and then fell in? I hit on the rocks and then I roll in?
Yeah, that sounds great. You can actually take an extra d6 points of damage in that case. So have another 2 points of damage.
Can I rush down to the water
Wham!
and
Son of a...
help him out?
I'm pretty good at swimming.
Wrath, in that moment, you just hear your thoughts swim around in your mind, and as you are under the water, you hear a voice reflected in your mind, and it for a moment you see the image of your dead body floating in the water, flowing down the river, and being ejected out the waterfall, and then falling down the waterfall, being in and splattering on the rocks below.
Ah!
And
Ah! Ah!
and you hear another voice. Let it happen.
I just try to clamber my way towards the edge.
And I reach my hand out for him and be like, Wrath, come on!
Now I have a swim speed. I can breathe underwater.
And Rudy, as you reach out for him, you hear another voice. It's useless. It's useless. He's already dead.
Well, at least I can bury him.
The least you can do is bury me.
And that's what she says as she reaches her hand out for you.
Don't let me go in. I saw it, Rudy.
Saw what?
These creatures, these things, these spirits.
You saw them?
They are showing us
Showing us
awful
what?
futures. Awful futures. Awful things that could happen to us. We cannot believe them.
They're possibilities, but they're not going to happen unless we let them happen, right?
Exactly.
Perhaps they're nothing more than nightmares. Nightmares can affect us deeply.
And I'll roll for initiative.
Oh, I start my speech about dreams.
Dreams are. The thing about dreams is,
Yeah.
Rudy?
well, we're getting stabbed.
9.
Wilhelm?
22.
Wrath?
13.
Okay. You're all surprised.
I am surprised.
So what were you saying, Wilhelm?
The thing about nightmares is that they seem scary when you're having them, but once you wake up, there's nothing to hurt you.
Something
Hurts me.
out of the darkness comes out and hurts you. I get a 13, a 23, and a 15 to hit.
The 23 hits.
Okay.
They can't hurt you. Oh my god!
There's just a slash almost right across your face. You take 10 points of slashing damage and give me a constitution saving throw.
Does it cut off what mustache has grown back?
No. A constitution. That's a 2.
Rudy, you turn around to see Wilhelm finish the words as just this horrific, almost knife of darkness rips across his face, and he collapses to, like, he just kind of does that spin and collapse onto the ground. And you see for a brief moment the shadows around him shudder and disappear.
Wrath, come on, get up here. We gotta get him.
Was it
Wrath, it's your turn.
poison?
It was not.
The medallion, it does nothing. I don't say that. I'm KO'd. I'm absolutely out.
I try to get out of the water.
Okay.
Can we sort of like get that done? Like, can I kind of get out of the water pretty easily?
Yeah, you spend half your movement to get out of the water.
Okay. Bruce is with us. I took him off. He was like over here. Can Bruce make it to Wilhelm? If Bruce is like
60, yeah,
like approximately
sure.
like he was like
he
around
flies
here.
Across. Yeah.
I want to try something. As part of the casting of a spell, Find Familiar can cast a spell at the range of touch. I want to cast invisibility on myself, Rudy, and Wilhelm.
Interesting.
So I touch Rudy. Bruce touches Wilhelm.
Okay, you all disappear. Rudy, it's your turn.
How much movement will it take for me to climb up this rock face?
If you give me an athletics check, we'll find out.
23.
You make it up with your movement.
All right.
You can't see Wilhelm because he's invisible.
Is
You just see a cat pawing.
Bruce
Yeah.
right there? I was gonna say, is Bruce right beside him? I kind of
Yeah.
feel.
You see basically the moment as Wilhelm disappeared, as the cat paused him to make him invisible, he looked pale as a ghost.
Okay. I am going to feel around for like his boots, I guess.
Yeah, it feels like rigor mortis is set in him. He's like solid.
I guess I throw him over my shoulder and run. Is there a door there?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I guess.
You have a solid log of Wilhelm invisibly.
I guess the other thing I could do is try to give him a health potion.
Well, you spent your movement to get up here, and then you picked Wilhelm up. So I'm gonna
Okay.
say that's your movement in
my-
action.
okay.
Yeah.
And I say, Bruce, follow me so Wrath can find us.
I'm on your shoulder.
Wilhelm, it's your turn. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Love it. That's gonna be a 9.
Okay.
You're not very lucky anymore.
No, they're gone.
Okay. Wrath. Oh, look who's all on their lonesome down there. But invisible.
I'm standing perfectly still.
You hear voices call out in your minds. You can't hide. 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 And they say it over and over. Different voices, some childlike voices, some monstrous roaring voices, some with a very basically imagine every kind of inflection that you give on the sentence you can't hide. Like you can't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide. With varying bits of sometimes rage, sometimes anger, sometimes regret. Every emotional tenor just echoes in your mind. It's your turn, Wrath.
What Rudy did looked really tough.
I
mean,
you
I
didn't
didn't
actually
actually-
see her do it.
There's no way anyone can get up that sheer cliff.
For all you know, she's standing next to you still.
Yeah. Okay, Rudy, we're never gonna make it up that cliff.
I think you would have seen like the rock, like crumbling down. Yeah.
Is
And I
there
guess
any?
no, you can't see me either. Flung
Is there
over the
any way that I can see getting up there at like a reasonable?
The other side is a more gentle slope.
I want to dash,
Okay.
and I want to try to make it to the other stone.
Cool. Give me an athletics check.
It's time to shine, baby. 17.
Okay. You managed to and you did very well. Like this is the most exercise Wrath has had in a long time. Yeah. So yeah. So you make it up. Remarkably well, managing to not threaten your concentration on invisibility. Yeah.
And I want to get up to the stone. You want some dreams? I whisper in the stone. I'm a nightmare. I'm old and weak. I sit in a chair alone, waiting for death to take me. I am powerless.
You see an image of your mind of that dream, and there are shadowy creatures walk by, and they laugh at you.
It's mean.
Varying types of like childlike giggles to cackling to malicious laughter.
Do they appear in the world or just in my mind? Like, am I seeing them in the dream?
As you do, though, give me a perception check.
A big old 9.
Yeah, sorry. You see flutters of darkness through the rest of the room, but even with your dark vision, you cannot place where they are originating from.
Okay. And Bruce is gonna stay close to Rudy. Like, Bruce is gonna try to like cat, like lean up against your feet.
Okay, Wilhelm.
Four.
Cool.
Can
Cool.
Can I give my inspiration point to him?
Don't even worry about
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah, this is epic. My last words were dreams can't hurt you, and here I am.
Oh, actually, it was Rudy's turn first.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
so that roll doesn't even count.
It counts.
Okay. All right.
I go up to the stone closest to me, and I whisper into it. I have a dream where I'm with Duke and Una and Hector and all my new grandkids, and we're chasing ducks around for the duck feast to make the most beautiful duck pies there is. And there's a rainbow. And it's beautiful.
You see a fleeting vision of your dream, except the ducks are eating you.
Oh no! Not the ducks!
And there's a rainbow.
Yes, and there is a rainbow of your blood.
How could it have turned on us, Rudy?
Oh my god. Okay.
Never dreaming again.
The dreams are terrible. They turn into nightmares. You hear me shout, invisible.
Just yelling into the chamber.
So yeah, Wilhelm, you're still very paralyzed. As Rudy and Raph, the two of you, with all your shouting, you've revealed your positions. And
Mine is a whisper.
A wispy form of lashing shadows reaches out from behind the stones, almost forming a pincer-like mandible to bite at your necks. Because these creatures are hidden, but you are also invisible, the advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out. So against Raph, I get a 20 to hit, and against Rudy, I get a 16 to hit.
No.
That's a hit.
Raph, you're going to take a total of 7 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and then a concentration check.
Okay, so first the con save.
Yeah.
I get a 14,
Okay.
and now I need to get concentration check 15.
Okay, you're all good.
But another thing has grabbed my neck. Is that just?
As there's a moment where it connects, and you see this small, almost made of shadow stuff, the form of something that's like a cross between a halfling and a cockroach, but made of shadow stuff, that reached out to grasp at you, and as it does so, it darts, it just disperses and vanishes.
That was freaky. I yell out in the chamber. Rudy, they have found us. We must find our way out of here.
All right. Which way we go?
That would be your turn, right?
I run for the door.
Okay.
Are you still invisible?
Yep.
The heaving door, though covered in vines, the doors do open.
I push open the door.
Okay. Beyond is another spiraling cavernous opening.
I go through.
Okay. Rudy, what are you going to do?
I go this way.
I follow him.
And
Okay.
oh,
With Wilhelm on
and
my
Bruce
shoulder.
follows me.
Okay. And as you race into the darkness below, you just hear the last echoes of the mocking tones from the spirits. And that's where we'll take a break. We are back from our break. We have sorted out the audio gremlins. We have restocked on all of our consumables, and now we're going to play some more D&D.
Roll some dice.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wilhelm, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. This time, it's going to be an 18.
Wilhelm, movement comes back into Wilhelm's body.
Huh!
Wilhelm, while you were paralyzed, what were you dreaming about?
Was it a good dream or a nightmare?
You tell me. Where did your thoughts go?
I think given the situation of me talking about how dreams can't hurt you and then instantly getting paralyzed and attacked, I dreamt of... it started with me fighting Elias Drexel on the bridge. And he stabs me in the face. And as he kicks me over the bridge, I start falling. But I don't land, I just keep falling. And as I'm falling, I see the bodies of my family falling all around me. And I'm just falling through darkness, surrounded by my dying family. And even though they're dead, I can hear their voices screaming out to me that I left them behind.
So, as you continue to fall in your dream, eventually you fall into a bed. And there's a moment of reprieve before the bed opens like a mouth, and its teeth are like a crown that swallow you and rip you in half. And you feel like you are two halves falling, and you see the scene play out of all of your family members fall into strange animated fates of beds where they are ripped apart and before you, and all of them are saying it's your fault.
It's heavy.
And then I come to on your shoulder, and I slump. Oh,
And I say, oh, are you awake now? Are you all right? And I kind of set you down, kind of on the ground.
Are you all still invisible?
Oh yeah.
You feel Wilhelm moving.
wait, where are you guys?
I'm here, and I tap your face a little bit.
Rudy! Rudy, is that you? Oh, so happy to feel your face, I
Don't
guess.
feel my face in a smack your hand.
I'm sorry. Oh,
You're all right. You're all right. And I
where's
shake
Wrath? Is Wrath dead? Did he die? I assume he died.
Bruce, go show him where Wrath is.
I'm over here.
Oh, you survived the water. I was just telling you that nightmares can't hurt you, and then all my nightmares hurt me.
Whatever that room was, it was not. It is behind us now.
Literally.
Is it? Are these things going to come for us again?
we look.
You look, but you see nothing because you're all invisible.
Am I alone here?
We have to go. We keep moving. Ignore them. These are just dreams. These are just illusions. This is what
Well,
it is meant to strike fear into you. It is nothing.
It
It is not
slashed me
real.
across the face and I was paralyzed.
That
That's
part-
not...
Those parts were
illusions.
super real, but everything else is just there to scare you. Okay? Now, keep going down this corridor. We must
Bruce
use the
looks at
invisibility.
you. Bruce reaches into your mind. Bruce continues. As I foretold you, all our spirits, all will melt into air, and like the baseless fabric of your vision, these and the great globe itself, which all who inherit it shall dissolve. This insubstantial pageant faded.
It's gonna be fine. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna figure out. We must find the sleeping druids. We must wake them. I will not succumb to this curse.
I can only imagine that those voices may be the reason why these druids haven't come back yet.
Rule number 39, always finish what you start, so onward we go into the realm of dreams, which now seems like it might be a realm of nightmares.
Did you scream rainbow earlier?
There was a rainbow. I don't know. It's a beautiful setting, you know? Beautiful colors.
Wait, you were having a dream about a rainbow? In my dream, beds were eating my family. Yours sounds much nicer.
I mean, it did turn into a rainbow of blood, so...
Oh, yep. The rainbow
Not-
blood.
So
not
a
as-
cooler rainbow.
No.
Like the blood of your enemies.
No. The blood of probably me.
Oh,
You're
no.
thinking fountain.
Yeah.
You're thinking fountain when she decapitates people. The fountain.
Yeah, I assumed that like a rainbow of blood was just like Rudy bathes in the rainbow of blood as she chops heads off. Like,
It was not that.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry then.
No.
Sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, hopefully we'll avoid that in this nightmare dream realm, and everything will be dreams there, hopefully.
Yes, I'm sure it will be sunshine and rainbows where we're going.
We can hope.
Bruce reaches into your mind, Wrath, and says, "To descend into these caverns is like to descend into the steps of greater slumber. Soon you will enter the forest of dreams. Then you will find, if you walk that way, soon you will encounter my mortal enemies.
Your enemies, Bruce. They sleep here.
If you enter into the dreamland through the forest of dreams, that is the territory of the hated zoogs. If you find them, they will attack you.
If I find them, I will kill them. If they are your enemies, they are mine.
Thank you, Wrath. Yes, we share enemies.
Up ahead, there are creatures that live in this dream world. Bruce warns us that they are enemies of ours. We must destroy them without compromise.
Agreed. As we do.
You
all
will know.
enemies.
You will know what they are.
All right. Let's do it. Let's see what's down here.
Thank you, Bruce. Your guidance is soothing.
Are we soothed?
I'm soothed.
Feels
As you
it?
descend into the deepest part of the caverns, it banks round before opening into one deep, root-encrusted cavern. The rock here is unlike the rock of the surface, almost as if it was a bubble of molten rock that formed in thick cords before cooling rapidly, where the stone is melted in places, and in others it is reflected obsidian like glass. But here and there, the rock gives way, and thick vines, roots, and other plants break through, forming a crisscrossing web. In other places, luminescent fungus grows. As you enter into the large cavern, it banks up into a great underground pillar that supports the chamber, where there is glittering stone, luminescent fungi, and all manner of thick vines and tendrils, which you can see like sleepers tucked into a bed of plants. Upon the floors and the walls are at least 24 druids. Those that you can see as you look, some are quite pale, almost as if they're just corpses. their skin almost mummified and flaking off, and bits of their skulls and falling out. But some are still living, breathing beneath the blanket of plants. You can see each of them. Around many of the dead are great bulbous flowers that have not opened, forming a mound that clings to the pillar that is at the large pillar of rock that is at the center of this chamber. Many of the druids here, you can see that the vines are actually reaching in up into their noses and into their ears, and some even underneath their eyelids. And you can see that the ones that still live, their blood veins are bulging, and their skin is turning green in places. And in some cases, others, the vine has come out through their eye, and a luminescent flower is coming out through their eyelids. Their eyes are, though, still closed, but you can see if you look closely, you can see their eyes are shuddering beneath their eyelids, moving rapidly beneath. But many of them have now become corpses. Well, the others are dead, and they hang limply in their cots, in their vine-like cots. At the center of the chamber are 2 lit candles, lit by gentle blue flames on each candle, which don't consume the candles, and a great altar is set there, amongst which are stacked ancient books and scrolls, and a curious box of iron wood engraved with all manner of leering, sleeping faces.
Looks like we're a little late. There's still druids to be spared here, but a lot of these people seem dead. Are we to follow them into this dream world by succumbing to this?
Well, I don't know if he'll be under the same state, but we need to help him get out, or...
If we can safely protect these druids, these bodies, the one from above, the dryad, will help us enter the dream world. If we move quietly, Wilhelm, maybe you can find one that maybe is alive and attempt to free it. We're still invisible.
Will freeing the body help? Or do we need to free them in the dream world?
I do not know.
Entering deeper into the chamber, a wretched smell strikes your nostrils. The stench of decay nearly overwhelms your senses and fills you with nausea. As the bodies you can see that coming into the chamber, the flowers that are growing out of the corpses of the druids, it's coming from the flowers.
Smells like death in here.
maybe worse. I've gotten used to the smell of death, but this is something else. You said something about a box with sleeping faces.
Yes, upon the altar are several books and scrolls, a mortar and pestle, and several other vials and bits of chain, and a strange cubical box. It is bound with something that looks to be it appears like iron with rivets, but it's made of wood. And then across the beams of the box, the faces of the box are decorated in carvings of faces with their eyes closed, but in various expressions, some leering, some laughing, some crying, but all of their faces are closed. All their eyes are closed. Sorry.
I don't think this box has anything to do with the weird voices we're hearing.
I don't know what to make of this box. It's strange.
Can we still hear the voices? I want to ask, does it feel like we're still in their presence?
You can hear some of the druids that are living moan, some snore, some make that the noises that you might hear from some like they shudder momentarily, they spasm. They're all entwined in the vines.
I have an idea. If I can get to one of the creatures that is bound and alive, I could try to identify what is afflicting it. I just need time.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we do know that we are gonna need some sort of magic or something to get there. So if you can tell us how they did it, maybe we can use it to get to the same place.
Yeah, because we need to join them in the dream world. But, I mean, I don't necessarily want flowers growing out of my eyes while I go try to save them.
I
But
think that only happens if you die.
oh, good.
I want to approach one of the... Is it easy to tell which ones are alive?
Looking around now, when where the corpses are flowering, they're clearly dead.
Okay. So, avoiding those, I want to find... I'm not too picky on an alive druid. And I'm going to kneel beside them, still invisible. And I want to... But I guess once I do this, I won't be.
Our invisibility is a minute?
It's an hour. But once I do this, I will become visible.
Right.
Can you watch out for danger?
I will watch.
So
Which
I'm gonna...
druid are you walking up to?
I'm gonna kneel by the one by this casty one, and I'm gonna kind of like sort of kneel behind it and place my hands.
This man is giant, with a big bulbous nose and blue-gray skin, but a thick lock of red hair. What do you do?
So I'm gonna sort of close my eyes and rest my fingers on like his temples and around his head, and I want to cast Identify.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to complete the full time.
Certainly. Yeah, so that will make both you and everyone else no longer visible.
Would it make them too?
Yeah, because when you cast a spell with a casting time longer than one action, it requires your concentration.
Okay. So be ready.
Okay. You cast the spell and focus on the energies. This man is under the effects of a very powerful spell. It is a unique spell that that is not plane shift, and it's not astral projection, but it's a bit of both. This unique spell, which we will call dreamwalk, is a powerful spell by which one may project their spirit into dream worlds and walk those worlds. It is a spell that is known to the practitioners of the Amethyst Academy, but because of its connection to nature, is generally is a spell that is out of their grasp. Like it It is a druid spell, so practitioners of the academy can't work this magic, much to the chagrin of many archmages at the Amethyst Academy. Thus, this person is under the effects of this spell, and what you can learn is that the key to this spell is the vines that are reaching into their ears and their nose, and if you break those, they will die immediately. So if the spell if these are cut, like someone's, the spell sustains the body, but the vines, it's reliant on those because that person's consciousness is not in their body right now, and so by severing the vines, you separate the mind from the body and kill the body and mind.
Can I figure out if this spell is cast as this giant man, did he cast it on himself, or was it something else that was brought on him? Is it like an affliction?
To cast this spell, it is the equivalent of a 9th level spell. So whoever cast this is an extraordinarily powerful individual.
And it would have done it to him. He wouldn't have done it himself. Like, is this something like that? It looks like he went in willingly.
Yes, this is a spell that you and others enter willingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Do not disturb
The key
the roots.
component of the spell is a very rare item known as the Thought Seed, which those who partake in the ritual consume.
so if we are to join them, we need somebody to be able to cast this spell. That entity that we were speaking to before said that it would help us get to the dream world. What were the parameters on that? We need to make sure that it is safe.
I guess so.
There may be clues as to what happened down here before. Like, does it look like these people, these druids, are sort of placed? Like, did they choose these spots, or does it sort of look like they fell where they lie where they just...
Give me an investigation check.
I cast guidance on myself
Okay.
because I'm super... What happened there? 21.
Okay. In a stunning bit of investigative work,
Figured it out.
you realize the vines that are holding them to the wall, they're not going in, they're coming out. So that are coming out of their nose and ears. They didn't come from outside. They came from within these individuals, and they are actually all connected to one another.
I start tracing them.
Yeah. So that essentially this plant is one organism that has linked them together.
So we're going to eat some seeds. Plants inside of us are going to grow and intertwine with each other, and that's how we get into the dream world. That sounds awful.
Listen, I know you're not a fan of eating your vegetables, but it must be done to get a part of this.
Just think of it like eating a duck.
It will not taste nearly as good, though.
When I eat a duck, it doesn't grow out of my nose and ears.
No. Not these ducks.
And I ate vegetables often. Okay, the broccoli ended up on the floor, but it was your child's fault, obviously.
Whatever
One of
did
them.
this was a very powerful entity.
But it might have been one of the druids. Remember, they were looking for Charlie, right?
Yeah, they went into the dream world willingly to search for Charlie, and
Some took advantage of that.
that
what I think.
it seems to have cost several of them their lives. But there is this box over here with the faces, and there is this desk over here. Can I investigate this desk in this room? Is that...
It's an altar.
Oh, an
Yeah.
altar.
Yeah.
Check if the seeds are in there.
It's not just a desk.
This isn't a desk at all. It's an altar. So I'm going to approach the altar and kind
Altered
of...
your opinion of it.
Nice.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see what's on there.
So there are many books and several scrolls, various herbs and mortars and pestles and other alchemical poultices. And as you look about, there are several other bottles of sparkling star water.
Chill. Rudy just
4, in fact.
4. Do you want to write that down? Do you want to mark that?
You can see that the box opens.
I'm going to open the box.
Inside, you're familiar with like a tulip bulb,
Yeah.
right? There are several large plant bulbs. In total, within, there are 4.
Can anyone identify these plants? Anybody nature?
They have a strange purple-greenish hue to them. And as you look upon them, it almost draws you in thought.
That must be.
That might be the sleepy seeds.
Stop wafting. Stop.
Scientific.
What does it smell like?
It smells of dirt with a hint of lavender.
Is this a lavender plant? It smells like lavender.
What else is there, Wilhelm?
The scroll open is written in druidic, but there is an image on it that shows someone holding the bulb in one hand and a vial of star water in the other.
Raph, do you speak druidic?
No.
Does Bruce?
No.
Okay. Based on the images,
What about the tree?
We call to the dryad. This appears to be the reagents to enter the dream world. There seems to be 4 more doses, 4 more attempts.
1, 2, 3, and Bruce. Sorry, Houdini.
He's not even here. He
Yeah,
coward.
he's hiding upstairs. This might be our ticket in.
I think if the dryad can read, then we could figure this
It
out.
must be the one that has to cast the spell. This magic is beyond anything that anybody could do that I know. Like, and I'm one of the smart ones, and this is like hard. This is hard. It's really, and it's like nature, so like no one really takes it seriously, but it's like an optional class. We must get the dryad.
The dryad must just know all about this.
So you're saying that the Dryad is beyond the capabilities of the Academy? That's
More
incredible.
specifically, I don't feel like you're listening. It's like a choice, like it was like a pathway that they chose, and it's just different than like force and fire and other elements.
Which you also skipped those. Which classes were you good at? Let's see, you're not good at nature.
No oars.
No oars.
You're just sort of like alive, and we're invisible
You
up
can each
until
roll
like
me a d6.
a minute ago. So, a nice. You're welcome.
4.
2.
6.
Okay. The there is a moment as one of the roots in this chamber begins to form into the face of the moon tree, who appears, and they say, "Oh, this is dire indeed. What this spell that they have wrought, they are rotting from it. Oh, my friends, so many of them are dead."
Is that because they stayed under too long?
No,
Just the nature of the spell.
the spell should sustain one's body indefinitely. There have been dreamwalkers that have stayed in this state for centuries. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong.
If you die in the dream, do you die here?
An experienced dreamer can survive things that they could not survive in the mortal world. But you must understand that beyond this mortal plane, the body, the mind, the spirit, the distinctions between such things are meaningless.
We've found the pages. We have what we believe are our ticket.
Mm.
Can we continue this spell? Can we go after them? Is this
Yes.
the next step, the next phase?
I do not know how to work the spell myself, but you may be able to take the place of one of the dead. If you can, either that, the spell's energy is still in place. If you can figure out how to incant its magic, you may be able to grab the threads of it remaining as well.
Without reading this book, can we do that? Or
Right.
I
It's your
can.
time to shine.
I am going to cast Comprehend Languages and attempt to decipher the arcane words to start up this spell.
Okay.
It's only 9th level.
As you work
Yes,
on
it's
comprehending and deciphering the druidic, you can all roll a d6.
Piece of cake.
4.
1.
5.
Okay. As Wrath works on the spell, Kelly, you can roll me a d8.
Where would I have to work on it? Would I have to work on it by the altar or like
Yeah.
placement wise? Some charm.
What'd you roll?
A 1.
A 1. Behind you, there is a man, a druid. And as Wrath works on the spell, he screams, the man, and briefly opens one of his eyes. As he does so, his eye bursts and a flower grows through it and one out of his mouth. And he begins to convulse and reaches a hand out towards you. And there's just this whisper of and a gurgling noise as he shudders and shakes.
What do I do?
Help him!
They're coming from inside, like... No, this is not going to go well, but in a gut reaction, Wilhelm comes down and tries to pull the flowers out.
Okay. As you reach to pull the flowers out, the smell and pollen bursts out of them. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Love these Constitution saves.
Drum roll.
That's going to be a 10.
So guess what? As you fail your Constitution saving throw, the amulet around your neck flares with energy, and you feel it absorb the poison out of your body.
Oh,
And as you do, you can feel its energy reverberate through, and it's almost like this. As the smell of the spores hits your nostrils, it draws them back out again. As you start to reach the flowers out, you know what? Give me how carefully are you going about this?
I mean, I'm trying to I imagine that I cup his mouth, so I'm not but I'm trying to just stop it from exploding out of him.
Okay.
I might
Give
get
me
my
a
dagger.
sleight of hand check.
Yeah, okay. 24.
Okay. You pull the flower out, the first flower out, and as you do so, you notice that there's a shuddering that comes, it's connected, it's deep in there, and as you pull it out, you see the other corpses shudder, like you're pulling on some, like they're all a marionette and you just pulled on the same string.
Oh. I don't know how to help him. I don't think we can.
Gotta ask yourself, what would Rudy do?
Chop his head off? I'm not chopping his head off, Rudy.
Figure out where the seed is. Is it in his body? Is it in his
Sometimes
brain?
Helping him is giving him some peace.
He might be the one that you take the place of.
Is he still
What was that? He's still.
Roll a d6.
He's still.
2?
He's dead.
I haven't helped him.
Don't worry about it.
You did everything you could.
Did I?
But the flowers are moving. They start to convulse, and more of them burst out of his body. Huge, bulbous, yellow and red flowers sputtering this awful smelling nectar, bubbling up into a massive, shambling creature. Roll for initiative.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Wilhelm, what you got?
26.
Oh man, Wrath.
4.
Rudy.
5.
Okay.
I'm reading, okay? I'm really and if I lose my focus now, it's gonna take me forever to get back to where I was.
Okay. Wilhelm, as the creature shudders to horrible life, it is your turn. What do you do?
So as this body kind of explodes into this giant flowery mass, I draw my blade and grab it in 2 hands and stab it downwards into the floral creature. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
It's a hit.
Boom.
That's going to be 19 damage.
As you lash out, you see the all around you, the several of the other corpses collapse to the ground, freed of their vines, and begin standing up.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
So after I stab into it, where am I? Just right there in its face.
Yeah, you really in there.
I kind of I step vault over the what is it? Not a table.
Altar.
Altar. I step vault over, I leap away, and I draw my crossbow out, and I'm going to shoot at the creature again.
Okay, go for it.
23 to hit
Also a hit.
for an additional 7 damage.
Alrighty.
He's shooting.
Though your attacks are looking pretty effective, this is a mass of plants. It is unperturbed by it, even and it begins to sprout vine-like tentacles, and it lumbers forward, lashing out towards how many? I got a nice reach. It shambles forward towards you, Wilhelm. And clambering along the walls as it does so. And it's going to attack Wilhelm twice and Wrath once. Wilhelm, I actually get a 16 and a 10 to hit.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I twirl out of the way.
I'm gonna invoke Entropic Ward as disadvantage.
I get a 15 and I get a 20 that turns into a 14.
Still hits me.
Okay.
Didn't
You
work.
take 9 bludgeoning damage and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Okay. 11.
You fail, and the poison courses through your veins, and you take another 14 poison damage.
Oh! Give me the
Then-
amulet.
No!
Hey, so see all those dead bodies?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
You want some?
guess
want
what
some
they are now?
replacements?
Oh yeah.
Zombies.
So there's one there,
Yeah.
one there.
The druids rise. The sleepers have woken, but they are not as they were.
There's one there.
Who can say? Oh, jeez. Were the shells ever else? So I got like 4 surrounding Rudy. Yeah, and 2 on Wilhelm and Wrath.
Yeah. 4.
So Rudy, I get a 22 and a 16 to hit. The others are way low.
One of those hits.
And Wrath, I get a 10 and an 18.
18 hits.
And Wilhelm, I get a 16 and an 18.
The 18 hits.
Sounds like everybody gets hit once. So that's going to be 6 points of damage each.
oh,
As the dead druids lash out, the vines still reaching through their bodies, the flowering plants growing up out of them, and they reach out and slash out with whatever remains of their limbs, even as the plants bubble and grow up within them. With that, Rudy, it's your turn.
All right. I think maybe if we cut off this thing's vines, the others will go down. So from afar, I'm going to cast Firebolt. $11.
On the big creature,
Big boy. Yep.
that misses by 1.
Okay. So then I am going to use my war magic to get 1 weapon attack against the zombie that's in front of me.
Alrighty.
That's 20 to hit.
This zombie's really not taking any effort to dodge your attacks.
7 damage.
Alrighty. It is.
Oh.
You hack off one of its limbs, but it still remains standing.
I'm gonna action surge and take 2 more shots.
Yeah.
20 to hit for 9 damage.
It loves it.
It.
You hack off another one of its limbs, but it remains standing.
Yeah.
No, one more hit for it. For 8 damage.
That fells it.
These zombies really hard.
Cut their heads off. Stop cutting off arms and legs and cut off its head, Rudy.
Wrath, it is your turn.
They're slippery.
I'm gonna turn to the one that just attacked me.
Wrath, you are so close to the big flower that the smell, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, the smell. 22.
Cool. You are not incapacitated by the smell.
That's really important. Knowing that, I'm actually going to sick Bruce at the big creature, and I'm gonna try to negate the disadvantage. Bruce is he's technically at my feet, but he's over there,
Oh.
and he flies out,
Great.
and he goes wow. And then I'm gonna take a shot at the big boy, and I get so close. I get 27 to hit.
It is a hit, though. The magical force searing through the plant's the plant's limbs.
It's a whopping 6 damage, but I'm gonna knock it back 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn to the creature beside me. Actually, I'm just gonna take another shot at it and keep it.
At the big guy?
Yeah,
Cool.
keep blasting at the big guy. So this is with disadvantage. I get a 19 to hit
Also a hit.
for 6 damage.
Hey, every little bit helps.
Jeez, that's
'Kay.
being retired.
Wilhelm.
Okay, so there's the zombie next to me. Is there any other zombie around me, or is that the only one?
That's the only one.
All right. I'm going to try to get this zombie off of me. So, after twirling out of the attacks and
Twirling!
I twirl away and see the plant get blasted into this corridor. So I turn to face the zombie next to me, and I yell, "On guard!" And then, because it cares, and then I attack it, getting an 11 to hit.
That's enough to hit a zombie.
Oh, good!
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hurrah.
Hurrah! That's going to be
Did you aim for the legs, or the arms, or the head?
24 damage.
You're lucky you rolled 24 damage. Because I rolled a 22 on my undead fortitude.
Yes.
It doesn't survive. You get it right through the neck, and it collapses to the ground.
Nice.
And
Wilhelm.
then I move.
Uh-oh.
I move next to Wrath, basically stepping into the place of the zombie that the zombie was in, lining up a shot against the large flower. That's going to be 20.
It's a hit
9 more damage
on the zombie. Not enough to fell it, I'm afraid.
on the flower.
Oh, on the flower.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Alrighty. The flower. The flower once again lurches forward, clambering along the walls as it does so, and it will attack. Wilhelm, Wrath did a lot of damage to it, but so did Wilhelm. So each of you can roll me a d6. Whoever rolls lowest gets attacked twice.
Mine was like 12 damage.
I got a 4.
5.
Oh.
So Wilhelm, you get attacked twice.
I hate how you make us choose.
Wilhelm, I get a 16 and a 10 to hit you.
I twirl out of the way.
This
Roll
is
to
gonna hurt.
victory. Wrath, I only get an 11.
Oh gosh. I get twirled into, and I
My cape slaps you as I twirl, and we kind of like it confuses the flower.
it works.
But the flower does Also, digest one of the corpses inside its body,
Uh-oh.
and it regains.
No, stop that.
Oh, it regains 18 hit points.
I did nothing.
All that work.
I did nothing.
We see the parts that you blew off of
Yeah.
it just like regrow.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
That's not a good sign.
The zombies. How many do I have on the field?
1, 2,
Uh,
3,
four?
4, 5.
5, one in the corner,
I got this one over here.
and then one over here by the
He's-
altar.
He's gonna run over here to Rudy, but he can't attack.
Oh, 7.
That one is gonna run over to Wilhelm.
Oh yeah, this guy here.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna move up to Rudy. So I guess I'm just gonna mob Rudy with like 6 zombies.
Oh,
Is
no,
that what we're
Rudy.
doing? Yeah.
Rudy!
Okay.
I've been in this situation before. Fish people!
I get a 20, a 23, and 9. And a 15 is the highest. Do the 20 and 23 hit?
Shield! So only one of them hits.
All right.
Good call.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Oh, my other dice is way over there. I'll get it later. It's way back.
Okay.
Don't
It's
even
lost.
try. Yeah.
Sacrifice to the elder gods.
Yeah. With that, at Rudy, you're being swarmed by ravenous plant-filled undead, and the flowers are bursting out of them and filling the air with pollen. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. Did they hit me? I got the one hit, right? Or is this happen?
I need you to make a con save.
Okay. Well, 25.
Okay, so you are not incapacitated by the horrible poison.
Yay!
Smells awful, but yeah, you don't have to check anymore.
Okay.
No, none of them actually got through. None of them hit, but this is just the smell coming off.
Oh, okay.
It's your turn.
I still firebolt the big plant.
Fire burns.
Burn. No. 7.
Yeah, that's
No.
I'm really sorry, Jill, but it's not.
I mean, you are
Worst.
getting mauled by zombies.
Yeah, you are
Um,
getting mauled by zombies.
I
So it's
am
hard
going to. It's okay. I'm like, fire. And then I'm going to take my bonus action as the one shot against the zombie that's falling on me. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that blow goes through.
You're much better at hitting zombies.
12 damage.
Do I die? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, Rudy.
As long as you keep this momentum up, you know.
We'll get there eventually.
All right, Wrath, we're over to you.
I dive at Rudy.
Okay.
And
At me?
I grab her leg.
I think you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
I will accept it.
I miss.
And I thunder step.
Okay, so 6 of my zombies all have to make con saves.
Yay!
Where do you thunderstep to?
I'm bringing us over just on this other side of the altar.
Unfortunately, Big Daddy Druid's also in the radius of the spell.
Oh, wait.
So he'll take the damage from it, but I'm pretty sure he can survive that, even if he is unconscious.
Well, I did not think of it.
Just blown away.
He's just sleeping. So it's a DC 16, 18 damage.
Yeah, that disintegrates all the zombies. And the archdruid kind of shudders and convulses under the thunder damage, but will survive that damage.
He's a big guy. He's got
Yeah,
big bones. He
yeah.
can take a hit. He's fine, even in a dream state.
In his dream, he's just like, that was a really loud noise.
If anyone asks, it was totally the plants that
Yeah,
did that. When he wakes up, he's gonna be so mad. And then I'm gonna take a step back, just over here behind Rudy. Get him,
will-
Rudy.
All right, Rudy, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, no.
No, it's
Or Wilhelm. I'm sorry.
so I got a zombie and a plant.
Yeah,
All right.
plants versus zombies.
Wait.
Plant or zombie?
I get it now. Oh,
Oh, what do I attack? You know what? I'm gonna attack the plant.
It's literally the deliberation. Plant or zombie?
So, yeah, I'm going to again try to chop away at this plant with a rapier, which
You
isn't.
won't get your sneak attack because of the
Oh, because I'm.
the
zombie.
Yeah, because of the zombie.
Yay. I get a 19 to hit.
We'll go through. But your panache, your fancy footwork.
I still do 12 damage.
Okay. Hey, you chipping away at what it
Nice.
healed last turn.
And then I'm going to fire a bolt at the zombie. 12 to hit
That will hit.
Nice.
for 11 damage.
He loves it.
And then I'm going to move.
Okay. Moving out of the way. Well, the plant's gonna just move right after you.
How far can it go?
It can move to the other side of the altar, to the top of the altar. Other way.
Like this?
Yep. And then it's got reach.
Oh,
Because it's got tentacle arms. So it's going to go...
I should have moved further.
So Rudy, roll a d6, and Wilhelm, roll a d6. I'm going to decide who I'm going to attack twice.
2.
5.
Rudy, you're going to get smacked twice. by
I
the
will
guy.
take it.
I get a critical hit. And a... and a 15. And Wilhelm, I get a 22.
Yeah.
So Rudy, you're gonna take 20 damage from the crit, but give me a con save.
Ooh.
Wilhelm, you're gonna take 10 damage from the hit.
Make that 5. Can I make it
14
5?
con save.
So that is a successful save, but you're still gonna take half. So that's gonna be a total of 12 poison damage. And then it's gonna consume a corpse inside it and regain some hit points.
How many corpses? Can we count? Can we see the corpses?
There's a lot.
there-
I can't even
3.
count how many skulls.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. But if you do want to investigate, you can find out. I get 10 hit points back. So that was nice, I think.
We're glad you think so.
Well, isn't that just swell?
Hey, it's fertilizer. It's healthy. It's good for the environment.
Yep. It's natural. Too.
Yeah.
Really natural. This is why I don't like nature spells. This is why the Academy forbids
Yeah,
it.
Raph, did you do this? You were reading the book and then all of a sudden...
I don't
Rudy, it
know
is
what's
your turn.
happening.
I'm gonna run up to the big plant, and I'm gonna do what I do. I'm not gonna use that one. First hit, 19.
I hit.
Oh, 6 damage.
I hit.
Second hit. Ooh. 25 to hit. 13 damage. Third hit. 12 to hit.
Actually a hit.
Yes.
7 damage.
All right, you lay into the corpse flower, chopping away at plant matter and bits of definitely dead body. But it still continues fighting. Wrath, we're over to you.
Get him, Bruce. And Bruce flies at one of the random tentacles, and I get a 16 to hit for 7 damage. Oh, he's chilling on the altar.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm gonna launch him back 10 feet. Start pushing him back towards the wall, and then I get a 26 to hit for, come on, just more than 2.
Just steps on the druid.
Well, 9 damage.
It was more than 2.
I mean, that's what I asked for, and I just blasting, and I'm gonna keep sending him backwards.
Nice.
Like I'm gonna step forward a little bit to kind of get the angle, and then push him back even further against that way. Keep pushing him back 10 feet. I mean, it's
Get away. Wilhelm, we're over to you, bud.
I leap up. Oh,
See, jumping. Athletics.
okay. I vault up.
Cartwheel. Acrobatics.
Yes. I do.
an unnecessary cartwheel.
I cartwheel onto the stairs.
Onto the big guy, you cartwheel over him.
I cartwheel over the big guy. I do a one-handed cartwheel, pulling my blade out as I do so, and as I finish the cartwheel, I stab it into the corpse flower.
Next up on Wheel of Death.
Yeah.
I hold up a sign that says 9.4.
How about an
Oh.
acrobatics check, actually?
Okay. I will make an acrobatics check,
For
and I
stat
will
points.
get
Yeah.
a 29.
Well, that's worth advantage, I think.
Oh! There it is! All right, good. 25 to hit.
Great.
A hit. A very palpable hit.
21 damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
And then I flip off the stairs and back up, I guess. Yeah. And I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Getting an 11 to hit. No, that's a lie. I'm doing the wrong math here. 14 to hit.
A hit.
Nice.
8 more damage.
Okay. The corpse flower just goes right after you, Wilhelm.
Yep.
No!
Attacking you with all of its might. Getting a 16, 17, and a 13.
That's one hit.
Oh, man. Oh, you're immune to poison damage.
I hold my medallion up.
It's only 10 points of damage.
And you know what? I cunning...
Oh, that could have been like this thing can do like 90 damage if all on a turn. And
That's neat.
that's what I'm reduced to.
I uncanny dodge it, so it's only 5 damage.
Wow.
And I laugh.
I guess I should have thought about putting that as treasure before I had a monster that did so much poison damage.
I feel useful.
Do I still have a zombie?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
over
I
there.
know. It's gonna run after Wrath.
Hey, zombie.
It gets a 20 to hit.
That really connects.
For 6 points of damage.
Ah, man.
Because we all forgot about it.
Yeah, it just comes up and punches you in the side, just like standing there, whack. Oh! And the corpse flower still has some corpses left, so it's gonna get back 8 hit points.
Yeah. Every bit counts.
Rudy.
I run up to the flower and I'm just gonna hit it.
What did you do, Rudy?
Rudy and Wilhelm are stabbing it.
This thing's vicious.
So it was the first 10 to hit, which didn't hit, and then a 17 to
That'll
hit.
do it, yeah.
For 13 damage.
Okay.
One more. 13 to hit.
I hit.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, 10 damage.
Alrighty. Wrath.
I
Slice into it with your axes.
I ignore the zombie that just punched me in the head. And using Bruce, I get a 22 to hit.
A hit.
For 14 damage.
Well, with that final blow, the Eldritch Blast blows the corpse flower apart, sending a shower of plant matter and dismembered body parts across the cavern floor. The other zombie collapses.
And I go pick up and I start reading again. And wiping plant matter off the druidic pages, and I just start reading.
I wipe it off like the sleeping druids. I'm like, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Not very neat when we do this.
Moving severed limbs and stuff off of the sleeping druids.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna...
After your deliberations, you determine that you may, studying the druidic rituals, the dreamwalking spell, you may enter the dreamwalking while the spell is in progress by undertaking the following steps. You must take the thought seed and mix it in a mortar and pestle with sparkling star water into a kind of mushy, poulticey paste, which you then consume within 10 feet of the head druid that undertook the ritual.
And is that the one I hit with the thunder step?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep, okay.
Yeah. So
We can.
He's not looking too good. Like, he's definitely taken some psychic damage from something off in there. So having his real body damaged in real life is definitely gonna not be helpful to your overall efforts. But he's still alive.
As a token of I try to repay the favor, I'm going to use my healing touch, and I'm going to restore 8 hit points.
Well, you know, if you clean up half your mess, that's kind of
Trying to do some good.
Okay.
So when he wakes up, you can be like, "We found you injured, and Wrath here healed you."
Some lightning attacked you. I don't know what. So yeah, I'm going to heal him for 8 hit points
Okay.
to try to mitigate some of the damage. And I'm going to, yeah.
That darn corpse flower.
Stay where we were.
So by imbibing the poultice of sparkling star water and the thought seed, and then taking a long rest, you will enter into
We doing
the
it?
ritual.
Guessing we don't get haste from the star.
Well, we have one left.
Does it come with us into the dream realm?
I put it in my bag. Well, we had 2 actually. One for the to take back.
We have one to take back. We have
We don't
one.
touch that one.
We had 4,
Yeah.
so we still have one thought seed thing. Did I get it? Did I get it right the first time? Did I get right the mixture right?
It's simple enough, but there's only one way to find out.
That doesn't look appetizing.
It's not supposed to be.
Oh.
This will take our minds and our souls into a world beyond this one.
Can I at least make it taste good? Like flavor it? Is
Oh, if
that-
you could.
Yeah. Will that undo the magic?
Make an Arcana check.
5.
What's
Rude.
the worst that could happen?
No!
So I don't.
Rudy.
That's it. Let's not take it the chance, just in case.
This one time, we must accept it for what it is.
All right.
A gross paste of a seed I found in a box
Do I just?
and some sparkling water.
I guess, so we're all sitting around this big druid.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a nice comfy spot. I'm gonna lean up against the altar. Like get me right in there. I'm gonna lay down too, because I feel like I'm gonna just fall.
Don't want to lay with our heads in the center. Of
Oh
the-
yeah, we're gonna do the try.
We don't even.
All right. Are you all ready?
Is this like a? It's like a.
No,
glass
yeah,
or
it's more. I imagine it's
Pasty?
more of like a.
I just
like a
have it
bowl.
as a goop in my
Like a
hand.
protein ball.
just
You
scoop-
know?
I just scooped it. I didn't know we had bowls.
Well, you're dripping. Just get it in your mouth. Get it in there.
Oh.
It's really bad.
Oh,
You could all make Constitution saving throws.
I can hold it down. 20.
9.
8.
Okay. It's pretty awful. It shudders and reverberates through your minds. And as a result of the imbibing it, Rudy and Wilhelm, the two of you, your hit point maximums while you are in the dream state are reduced by 10.
Oh my goodness, because I need that.
Oh.
But we get a long rest.
Yes.
Long rest. And minus 10.
You didn't even need it. Where we're going, hit points don't matter.
Are you sure about that?
Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, it's probably really important.
For now.
Cool.
What did I roll? Sorry.
Okay.
Clear.
Drowsy. After you imbibe the liquid and lay down, drowsiness takes you quite quickly. You do not dream at first. It is an empty sleep. Though, as you flitter in and out of consciousness and sleep, you hear the voice of Nula, the moon tree, speak. Worry not, friends. I will watch over you whilst you are in the dreamland. There is a dripping, an echoing pulsing. A distant memory caught in the wind. Feeling of sun against your skin on a summer afternoon after waking up from a nap. The sound of rain outside your window in the middle of the night. The smell of breakfast downstairs. The feeling of the straw that you're sleeping in a barn. Feeling warm sheets. The feeling of a warm body of a dear loved one next to you as you curl up to sleep. Sound of a crying child in the middle of the night. The thought of the workday ahead. This feeling of falling into slumber after the hardest day of your life. The feeling of trying to fall asleep on the eve of the most important day of your life. These feelings and more flutter through your mind. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. You awake. You are in the cavern. But it is only the three of you. There is no one else here. There are no vines, no druids, no corpses, not the remains of the corpse flower. The air isn't humid though. It feels more electric. There is a purplish neon radiance to the walls around you. And the objects on the altar are like shadows. As you rise and look upon the words are just... They were druidish before, but you hold up the page and the words like shift as you try to make out the letters. Looking down, almost like once something is out of your peripheral vision, it's like it doesn't even exist anymore. Like it's a roiling mass of chaos. Wilhelm has a mustache.
Where's Bruce?
A gargantuan cat walks out, roughly the size of a horse. It has 6 legs, and its tail, as it writhes back and forth, casts almost like an infinite cascade of feedback as the tail moves. Its eyes are opalescent pools of infinity, and its mouth inky darkness. The cat grins and says, "Welcome to Dreamland."
Do we recognize
Bruce,
the cat?
is that you?
Yes. It is I, Bruce.
Is this what you see all the time?
What? You're his cat.
He is new but familiar.
Well, he's a familiar.
What? Huh? I know it's you.
Indeed.
This is fascinating. Is this what you truly are? Or is this my projection of what I want you to be?
In this world is closer to the truth of it, but a cat's paw of the whole.
Is this what he sounds like all the time?
Yes.
No,
No.
it is just what you hear now.
I'm starting to understand Wrath a little bit
Is
more.
this what he hears all the time?
I bow. I get down on one knee and I just like,
He hears many things. Sometimes he hears these things. Sometimes he hears other things. While you are here, you will hear many unusual and strange things.
Whoa. What do you mean you don't know? This is...
just go with it.
If Bruce looked like this, does Houdini look like this? Or is this just him thing? I don't know.
Where is Houdini?
You conjure Houdini, and Houdini is the Houdini you recognize.
Bruce, I apologize for all those times that I just passed you off as an average cat.
This is a peculiar universe, is it not?
I mean, I enjoy the mustache, and everything seems to be sort of
The mustache is not.
No?
Feel up your face. You realize in your dream you don't have an eye patch. You have two eyes.
Is this what you look like?
Whoa, man.
What about me? Am I different?
How do you dream of yourself?
I am 30 years younger.
And there's not even a change, it is just so.
I have all my fingers.
Yeah?
My wound. It's
While you are here,
not there.
you are a projection of how your mortal waking mind imagines yourself to be.
I instantly get a little bit more buff.
Your mortal mind can only believe so much. Do not stretch its bounds.
Oh. No, this is incredible.
Bruce, did you guide us here?
No, you have brought yourself here. And here, I will not guide you. All are mad here, and all are lost. There is no way.
Is he still coming with us?
You warned us about your enemy.
From here, you may take the steps of greater slumber down to the forest of dreams. There, beware the zoogs. They dwell amongst the moon trees.
We will heed your warning.
Guess we need to find the druids. They're not here, so wherever their dream selves are, they've wandered away from here. I guess we need to look for clues of their passing. Do you have any advice?
Yes. All dreams are here. It is difficult for your waking self to recall a dream, but shadows as they are, you may catch yet a glimpse.
Once we figure this out, how do we get out of here?
The cat purrs and grins. You may only be released by the one who cast the spell.
So we have to find the big druid, or else there's no getting out for us. Best do so while he's alive, or else we're probably stuck here.
Good that I healed him.
It is.
Good thing. It's a good thing. Keep him alive. Really important.
Well,
Will you not come with us?
I will follow.
May I, and feel free to say no, but may I ride you? You just look so...
This is not that kind of dream. In your dreams.
It's just that never imagine. No. I will walk beside you, as I always have. We must find this big druid. What do we call? What's his name? Big druid.
are you just backpedaling on the request that...
Yeah, I don't want to stir the.
Attacked with Wraith.
I think I wrote that down.
I got you too.
It's okay. I don't need to ride him. It's fine. It's just like
Yeah.
not just one of my dreams or
Is
whatever.
it Taddeth?
It's pronounced Tact Mac Wraith, but it's TADC, then Mac, then Wraith.
I wrote Tata McGrath. So
Close enough.
I was close. We must find the big druid.
Tack. His name's Tack.
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 Big.
Big Tack.
Big T.
Big T.
Right. So I guess, if the dream world's like this, I guess we follow the corridor out. No.
He would have ventured far. How long could you be in a dream world? They said that some had walked for centuries. How far could you make it?
I guess we'll go wherever it takes us. I don't know if time's going to work the same in here, but
But we can see the moon.
we can see the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get out from this hovel, seemingly the same way we came in, although knowing dreams, it could be a little different.
Well, we'll do our best to make our way and see if there's any trace of them.
As you step out through the barrows, it is largely the same, although drier and different in hue and color. As you step back across the bridge and back out through the central barrow and up to the top, you stand atop a luminescent forest of crystalline trees, softly humming in tones of starlight and space dust. The white bark of the crystalline moss forms a massive forest which stretches out as far as your eye can see. But as you look up and you look to the west, you see the moon in the sky and an alien set of constellations. You see the echo across the lake of Kesselholm Keep. And as your eye traces across the horizon, there is a deep scar of octarine energy traced across the sky. Like the sky itself is a sheet that has been torn through with a saber. Pieces and shards of vibrant energy resound across the night sky towards the west. And a great corona of octarine light stretches like tendrils across the sky of dreamland in the place where Drakkenheim And that's where we're going for the night.
Oh no.
A
Good.
What's that?
That's just excitement, man. We're going to Dream Drakkenheim? Come on. This is good TV.
I could feel it. I could feel it.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah. Bruce is so big now.
He's like the thing from Totoro. There's a cat bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that thing.
So great.
It's great.
Well, a big thank you, as always, to our incredible cast, Jill, Kelly, and Joe, for playing tonight.
And a huge thank you to Kyle for all of his hard work today, troubleshooting those audio issues, and just being such a wonderful thumbs up.
And a big thank you to Kirsten for tacos.
And
Oh,
thank you
yes,
to
and
Kirsten
a big
for
thank you.
food, always.
Always such amazing food.
And a huge thank you to our Dungeon Master, Monty Martin, for running another amazing game, bringing us into Dreamland with that epic description that clearly got me pretty pumped up.
Hit him pretty hard. And in our game tonight, we use a variety of incredible assets produced by talented artists, and you can use them at home in your games too. And we encourage you to support and check out these amazing creators. For example, the Dwarven Forge terrain that is so amazing, and with the lights and everything.
The lights and the colors.
Miniatures by WizKids and Hero Forge, player character artwork by Jeremy Cole, and music by Tabletop Audio. So check them out and support them.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store, where you can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes t-shirts, including the Dusk Wardens, yes, and Way Bigger Than Ducks. Check out bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
The videos that we create on our channel are made possible thanks to the incredible generosity of our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy the work that we do here on Twitch, YouTube, and across various social platforms and content creation stuff, check us out on Patreon. That support really matters. It allows us to do things like upgrade our tech, keep the lights on, all that good stuff.
We also have a phenomenal Discord community exclusive for our patrons. So if you do join our Patreon, you can hang out with us on Discord, chat with us about all things D&D, all things Drakkenheim. You can get behind the scenes chats. You can just talk to us about whatever you want, really. Mm-hmm. And you can also join in on a lot of the chat going on right now with our recently successful Kickstarter for Dungeons of Drakkenheim, because you can now play it yourself. If you did back our Kickstarter, we're doing a play test right now. There's a lot of chat happening in Discord about the play test, a lot of great feedback, a lot of exciting stuff.
And we always post videos on YouTube every other Tuesday and every Thursday. So check that out at youtube.com/dungeondudes.
And be sure to join us live next Tuesday when we record the campaign live on Twitch. You can check us out from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also watch the video episodes of the show on our YouTube channel, and you can check us out as an audio-only podcast on your favorite podcasting platform.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time in the shadows of Drakkenheim.